Islamabad, Rawalpindi, India, China, Afghanistan, Iran, Central Asia, America, Europe, Russia. All eyes are glued on these locations because they hold the key to stability or instability in our region. But what if I were to tell you there's another location equally crucial to this equation? What if I told you it's in a nondescript server farm or hidden bunker somewhere in Pakistan? Welcome to the mind game of international relations, where nations do always say what they mean, and they rarely mean what they say. And today's conversation revolves around the meaning of a statement made by someone who's no stranger to controversy. Imran Khan, the former cricketer turned politician. His remarks were explosive enough to shake the foundations of regional stability. He talked about a quote-unquote full-scale attack, end quote, implying a response that goes beyond rhetoric. But let's be clear here, this isn't about assigning blame. It's about understanding the language of deterrence. In the complex chessboard of international relations, nations are often forced to move from a position of restraint to a position of response. The decision to use military force is never taken lightly. It's a calculated move based on core national security interests. And that's exactly what we're diving into today, a calculated response. To truly understand the concept of a full-scale attack, we need to look at the three key elements at play: the why, the how, and the message. Why would Pakistan opt for such a drastic measure? Well, the answer lies in the failure of diplomacy. The Indus Water Treaty of 1960 was supposed to govern water sharing between India and Pakistan. Now, treaties are only as strong as the commitment of the signatory nations. And clearly, India's recent moves, building additional storage capacity at the risk of altering water flows, have pushed Pakistan over the edge. Think of it like having a neighbor who keeps encroaching on your lawn. At first, you politely ask them to stop. But when they keep ignoring you, you start thinking about erecting a wall or maybe calling the cops. That's essentially where Pakistan finds itself. They've tried the polite route, appealing to the international community, and now they're threatening to call the cops. Well, metaphorically speaking, of course. But why just India? Why not also the United States or China? Because national security interests aren't absolute, they're relative. Pakistan sees India as a direct threat to its existence. Their arsenal points predominantly towards India, so attacking India serves the immediate purpose of national security. The US and China, on the other hand, are at best perceived as strategic assets and at worst as liabilities. Engaging them would shift the focus away from India, which is precisely what Pakistan wants to avoid. Now that we've established the why, let's talk about the how, the method of this full-scale attack. As they say in poker, it's not about the size of your hand, it's about how you play it. And what Pakistan is planning is a carefully orchestrated multi-pronged assault on India. To dismantle this attack, we need to deconstruct it piece by piece. Let's start with the air domain. The Indian Air Force boasts one of the most lethal and technologically advanced fleets in the world. Ranging from the Sukhoi Su-30 MKI fighter jets to the indigenous Typhoon, these aircraft are equipped with state-of-the-art weaponry, including the indigenous Astra air-to-air missile. Now, Pakistan's JF-17 Thunder, while a formidable platform, isn't quite on par with the Indian jets, so engaging in a dogfight isn't really an option. Instead, Pakistan would opt for preemptive strikes on key strategic targets within India, aiming to neutralize India's technological edge. Take, for instance, the BrahMos missile system. This joint venture between India and Russia is a critical component of India's nuclear deterrence. Neutralizing this system would be a strategic coup for Pakistan, but it doesn't end there. Targeting India's advanced radar systems like the Israeli-sourced Falcon or the homegrown Akash is also on the cards. Such actions, though, are fraught with risk, especially considering India's air defense systems, which include the Israeli-sourced Bark and the Russian Su-400. These systems are specifically designed to counter stealth aircraft like the American F-35 or the Chinese J-20, making it extremely difficult for Pakistan's aircraft to penetrate Indian airspace undetected. So it's a high-risk, high-reward strategy. Moving on to the land domain, Pakistan's artillery advantage seems overwhelming with approximately 10,000 guns compared to India's 4,000. But quantity isn't everything. Quality and strategy matter just as much. India's artillery is equipped with advanced targeting radars and fire control systems, giving it a significant edge in accuracy. Furthermore, India has the advantage of leveraging its nuclear triad, which includes submarine-launched ballistic missiles. The mere threat of a nuclear response can effectively deter Pakistan's conventional military actions. So while Pakistan might attempt to saturate Indian defenses with a barrage of artillery fire, the effectiveness of such attacks would be limited. Pakistan's plan wouldn't be complete without a cyber dimension. Given Pakistan's track record of sponsoring cross-border terrorism, it's highly likely that they'll attempt to cripple Indian infrastructure and sow discord within the country. Think of it as the chaos agent. If successful, it could potentially lead to widespread panic and instability within India, thus diverting India's resources away from the border conflict. Finally, the nuclear card. Throughout history, the mere possession of nuclear weapons has deterred large-scale aggression. Mutually assured destruction, or MAD, is a doctrine that's kept Cold War rivals in check. Pakistan's nuclear arsenal, while smaller than India's, acts as a deterrent against conventional military escalation. It essentially communicates to India that any large-scale offensive action could trigger a nuclear response. This keeps India from committing major resources to a conventional war. But what about the message? What is Pakistan trying to convey with this full-scale attack? Primarily, they want to demonstrate their commitment to protecting so-called Kashmir. They've long accused India of human rights abuses in the region and see the construction of the dam as the last straw. By escalating the conflict, Pakistan aims to put Kashmir at the forefront of the international agenda once again. Secondly, this message is also directed towards the international community. Pakistan is desperate for attention, and a dramatic display of force certainly gets the job done. Finally, internally, Pakistan needs to demonstrate strength. The public sentiment in Pakistan is anti-India. A successful military operation could rally the nation, providing a temporary distraction from internal issues. So what would a successful attack look like from Pakistan's perspective? Simply put, it would involve inflicting maximum damage on Indian infrastructure, while avoiding a direct military confrontation. Think of it as the perfect crime. Pakistan wants to make India bleed without leaving behind fingerprints. Before we wrap up, let's talk about the elephant in the room. Is this entire discussion a mere posturing, or is there a genuine chance of hostilities? Well, only time will tell. But it's essential to be prepared for all eventualities. Hostilities between nuclear-armed nations are not only a risk, but a nightmare scenario. It's a testament to the flawed policies that have brought us to this point. A stable South Asia hinges on peaceful resolution, not military posturing. In the intricate game of geopolitics, each move has a counter-move. And while Pakistan's intentions may seem clear, India too has its own set of strategies and alliances. India's relationship with the United States has been warming up, something that Pakistan's military operation might complicate. Additionally, India's partnership with Israel, a nation that's no stranger to regional conflicts, brings a new dynamic to the table. Israel's experience in counterterrorism and its advanced technological solutions could prove to be invaluable for India. And let's not forget Russia, a long-standing ally of Pakistan. Any hostilities would likely draw Russia into the conflict, adding a new layer of complexity. As we bring this discussion to a close, let's remember one thing. War is not a solution, it's a failure of diplomacy. While military planning is crucial for any nation, the true measure of a great power lies in its ability to resolve conflicts peacefully. The South Asian region has already suffered too much instability. It's high time we prioritize dialogue over destruction. Thank you for joining us today. If you found this analysis valuable, please like, share, and subscribe for more insightful content. Let's continue the conversation in the comments section. What do you think about Pakistan's strategy? Can India's alliances offer a counterbalance? Your thoughts matter. Let's discuss.